Good morning and welcome to the Cheer Analyst commentary for the Cheerleading World 2024. Today we will be covering 6 senior divisions: small senior, small co-ed, medium senior, medium co-ed, large senior, and large co-ed. Before we move any forward, my name's Tomas. I will be your host all weekend. You can ask any kind of questions in the comments about scoring. I'm going to break down scores, the score sheet that medium senior is on as well. I'm going to break that down. But if you have questions along the way, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try and get back to you and answer that as quickly as I can, okay? If you see something, say something. So again, today we'll be covering small senior, small co-ed, medium senior and medium co-ed, large senior and large co-ed. The 4 small and medium, all-girl and co-ed, they're having their finals today. So I'll be covering medium co-ed, medium all-girl, small co-ed, and small senior finals today. Large senior and large co-ed are starting semifinals today, and I'll be covering their final performances tomorrow. Perfect. So the first division that we will be looking at today is medium senior. After medium senior, it's a pretty easy transition. We are going to have a little bit of a break. I'll break down what I saw, the scores, pretty simple. After the break ends, we have some surprise commentary that you'll get to see. There's other teams outside of those senior divisions that everyone is watching, and I'm going to break those routines down as well. Stay tuned so you can see who those are. Medium senior awards are at 1 o'clock, and then large senior. Attention, large senior starts, the large senior pre-show starts at 1:15. Check this off, comment, tell your friends. Large senior pre-show starts at 1:15. 1:30 is the World Cup Shooting Stars. 1:37 is Cheer Extreme Senior Elite. 1:44 is Orange, and 1:51 is Panthers. So again, large senior starts at 1:15. That's the pre-show. The Shooting Stars are going to kick off large senior at 1:30. The division is going to wrap up with the Cheer Athletics Panthers at 1:51. Large co-ed is tonight as well, but it's going to be after small senior finals, medium co-ed finals, and then lastly, large co-ed is at 6:45. Cheetahs go on at 7. TGLC is at 7:07. Phoenix Elite Code Red is at 14. And then Ice Legacy will close off large co-ed at 7:21. While Ice Legacy is going, small senior awards will be happening. I will do my best to update everyone on the final placements for small senior awards. After each division, I'll break them down and give you my predictions based off of everything as well. Then we'll move on to small co-ed at 7:50. Medium co-ed's awards are around 8:30. And small co-ed ends at about 9 o'clock tonight. Now, anything can happen as far as scheduling. So keep that in mind. We will be just on time with the live venue. So I'll be commenting live, just so you know how today is going to work. I'm going to comment live while the teams are performing. Because we don't have the licensing for Flow Cheer, if you want to watch the Flow Cheer stream live and you want to see it in the big screen, I would suggest go and pay for the subscription. You can telecast or you can cast the World Championships on your living room TV, and then you can mute it and put your phone or your iPad next to you, and that has my live commentary. Kind of like when you were watching baseball when you were younger and you just listened to it on the radio. I'm going to have commentary going live. About 30 seconds after each routine ends, we'll have a replay that you'll see come into the corner of my screen, and I'll break down more specifics of what I saw. There will be time between each team as well to break things down. If you have questions, that would be a good time to ask. I may or may not be able to get to them. Before each division starts, I will be sure to go over the semifinals scores, placements, composites, stuff like that. So that's what we will be doing. Let's get right into it. Today is going to be so much fun. So starting off the day, we have medium senior. We're going to start in descending order so I can tell you who is going to perform first. Going into the finals performances, there is going to be a clean slate for everyone. So regardless of what you saw yesterday, none of that score carries in today. What happened was yesterday, these teams were scored after they were all placed. That determined their performance order. That's all it was. So they were judged, scored, got plenty of comments. I've done this a long time, knowing yesterday and teams that had some mistakes or maybe weren't in the difficulty, I wouldn't be surprised, and you shouldn't be either, when teams come today going full force because there's nothing to lose. So we might see added difficulty today. The routines are definitely going to be, this is World's Finals. This is it. So what we'll do is we'll break that all down. Medium senior is going to kick it off. How it's going to work is we're going to go right at the beginning of medium senior is going to be Cheer Savannah, Miss Ruby. After that is going to be Fierce Cats, the Blue Angels. F5 is in 6th right now. The Spirit of Texas A team is in 5th. In 4th is ATA Atomic. Right now, bronze is Peach. Silver is the Central Jersey Allstars Bombshells. And gold right now is the Gun Lady Jags. Now, again, these scores do not carry into today. So regardless of what happened yesterday, the scores are not going to carry into today. To break down the division, in 9th place with Cheer Savannah, Miss Ruby final score is a 7.3.29. Moving on to Fierce Cats, they're a 7.6.7. Their raw score is a 143. They had 13 points in deductions yesterday. Again, that's not gonna, as a matter of fact, I think that could be a huge benefit to some teams because you're gonna get all of those jitters out of the way. So yesterday, Fierce Cats had 13 points of deductions. We should see their score go up today. I'm anticipating a hit from them. Next is the Stingray All-Stars Blue Angels, which is a different location than Peach. And yes, there's two Stingray teams in the medium senior division. And this is medium senior all girl. And the Blue Angels final score is an 81.94. They did have 2 points in deductions as well. Next, in 6th place, is the Maryland Twisters F5 with a final score, not a final score, but their semifinal score was an 82.76. They had 5 points in deductions. So if they hit as well, their raw score will jump up quite a bit. Their raw score was higher. Their raw score will go up, and obviously their final score will go up as well. In 5th place is the Spirit of Texas A team with an 84.76 with 4 points in deductions. Next is the ATA Atomic in 4th place with 0 deductions, a score of 87.24. Then the Stingray All-Stars Peach. This is the Marietta location. Stingray All-Stars Peach is in bronze right now with 2 points in deductions. They're at an 88.71, and that's with 2 points in deductions. Their raw score is a 152.80. With their raw score, they would still be in the bronze spot. Central Jersey All-Stars Bombshells is in silver contention right now with a 90.76. They did have 1 point in deductions. Again, I anticipate that going up today. We're going to see execution at its very best today. At least that is what the judges want to see. In a finals performance of this caliber, the judges expect perfection in every single section. And then as of now, the Top Gun Lady Jags are in contention for first with a score of 91, not 97, with a score of 91.71. They had 3 points in deductions. Their raw score is a 158.90. That is 3 and some change, 3.6 points ahead of Central Jersey Allstars Bombshells raw score. So if everyone hits right now based on raw scores, the placements would look pretty similar right now if everyone hits based off of their raw scores. Does that mean that this is what we're going to see the final scores look like? No. Anything can happen today. If you're watching, you should expect anything to happen. But as of right now, again, the placements match the raw scores as well. So if everyone hits today, in theory, the placements would be very similar. However, keep in mind for the teams like F5 or A team that had, 4 and 5 points in deductions, when they hit today, that's going to also affect their execution scores. So yes, they had stunt falls. So not only is that a deduction, obviously, if you have a stunt fall, you're not able to execute your elite elements at the absolute highest. So your execution's not going to be at the absolute highest. So when A team hits today and F5 and Peach and all of the other great medium senior teams, their raw score will inevitably go up. So again, that doesn't necessarily mean that we'll see placements as they are right now. Raw scores do match the medium senior placements. As far as breakdowns go, I do want to touch on this as well. As far as the breakdowns go, I feel like it's something we all need to talk about. I would love if the composites for each division were made public. There is no reason that the exact scores in each category should not be made public. We have no idea what Lady Jags stunt difficulty is. I can tell you based off of every single skill what I think it would be, but I find it really interesting, and I know I speak for a lot of people in the cheerleading industry, that there isn't this level of transparency. Could you imagine, America, if you're watching, could you imagine watching baseball, watching basketball, and they didn't show the scoreboard? And then the referees actually made their calls in private, and they didn't tell you what their calls were. And you only found out the final score of the basketball game when it was over. So you wouldn't get to know what the scores are. And on top of that, the referees, the umpires, they would make all of their calls in private, and no one would tell them. And that, there's no other way to put it, that is asinine. That's ridiculous. These scores need to be made public so that we can all hold these judges accountable. There should be nothing that's happening behind the scenes when it comes to scores. These need to be released. Everyone knows that. There is no reason. And we need to be making more noise about that. So if you are watching, we should be making more noise about the fact that these scores are not so transparent and so accessible that we know what's going on, because we want to make sure that the right teams are placing. I don't know if you saw medium co-ed yesterday. We will be talking about the medium. I do have the medium co-ed composites, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I agree. I'm going to be very transparent. Since we're all talking about transparency, I don't know if I personally agree with the stunt, and there's no other way to say it. I don't know if I agree with the tumbling and building difficulty scores. I went through and counted every single standing tumbling pass, every single running tumbling pass, every single co-ed stunt, every single basket, every single elite stunt. If I counted, I have a breakdown. We will go over this later. I have a breakdown of every single rewind on every single medium co-ed team. I know exactly who caught at the top, who caught at this. There's no other way to put it. For example, 11 rewinds. Let's just say a team did 11 rewinds. We'll just not even go in medium co-ed. 11 rewinds doesn't equal 9 rewinds. I know that's stupid, but that's the truth. And for some reason, we saw this at the majors too. How does 11 and 9, how is 9 rewinds more than 11? Again, we're using a hypothetical here, but this is comparative, which means hardest is hardest. Execution is not difficulty. So neither is performance. We are looking purely at the skills, as the judges are. And that will be medium co-ed. We will touch on that later. Like I said, we're all being transparent. I want to break things down to every single detail. And the fact that, to circle back to those composites needing to be made public, we need to be able to track every single detail. Because if we're watching at home and we track and one team is up, this is World's Finals. There's nothing after this. Every single detail, every single thing needs to be looked at, period. And we will be doing that. Coming back to medium senior, the show starts at 9:05. So we're going to be starting with medium senior at 9:05. Let's talk about yesterday's medium senior. So the Top Gun Lady Jags, hello? Are you there? That was incredible. That was so good. Difficulty was there. That was clean. It was so fun to watch. You could feel the energy coming through the screen. Lady Jags blew me away yesterday. Legitimately blew me away. That was incredible. I had a very high expectation for them, and they blew me out of the water. Lady Jags, if you're a Lady Jags fan and you're watching, that was incredible. Bombshells as well. They're going for a 4-peat at Worlds. They've come into the division and they're new this year. They're a contender for silver. They could take it all as well. Central Jersey Allstars Bombshells, anything can happen today. They very well could be the world champion at the end of the day today. Also, so could Fierce Cats in 8th. We have seen crazier at Worlds. There have been jumps from last to first. So anything can happen. Peach, this is Stingrays. They're coming for the jugular today. There's no other way to say it. If you're new to All-Star Cheerleading, if you're new to Worlds, the Stingray All-Stars, Top Gun All-Stars, these programs have been around decades. Top Gun All-Stars has been around 30 years. The Stingray All-Stars has been around since 2001. These teams have decades under their belt. They are coming in today with a strategy to win. Every single section, they are going to make sure they're getting 0.1 here, 0.1 here, because that's how you win. So I expect teams like Top Gun All-Stars, the Stingray All-Stars, even ATA, their coach actually has been in the cheerleading industry for decades as well. He used to coach Miami Elite. I don't know if you know much about them. They were the first team in cheerleading history to go back-to-back at Worlds in the large co-ed division. Side note, incredible cheerleading, but that's actually who coaches ATA Atomic, another program that I would expect to have a very specific strategy coming into today to ensure that they get the most amount of points. And as a matter of fact, you would hope that everyone would do that. I'm saying that everyone would do that. Spirit of Texas, Maryland Twisters, again, programs that have been around 20, 30 years, they are coming into finals today with a strategy to win. Point blank period. Everyone coming into finals in all of these divisions, this is not about the experience. It's not for these medium senior teams. They're not going to be happy enough getting onto the podium. And I know you're not supposed to say that because you're supposed to be grateful, but we're being transparent, right? These teams are coming for gold, not to just get a medal. Are we all grateful for a medal? Of course. But these teams are coming for a gold today, as they should be. And I'm expecting to see routine changes. We're going to see added difficulty. We're going to see execution to the max today. I think we're going to see such incredible cheerleading. Again, keep an eye out for the Spirit of Texas A team, Maryland Twisters F5, Fierce Cats. These are coming from some legacy programs. They didn't have their best days yesterday. The A team had a couple of stunt balls and a bobble. F5 also had some building falls and not their best pyramid either. They had some missed skills. Fierce Cats got the nerves out of the way. They had more deductions than I'm sure they were hoping to get. But all of that, none of that carries into today. So I expect Cheer Athletics and Maryland Twisters and Spirit of Texas to bring their A game, as does everyone else. And we know the rest of the division is going to bring their A game as well. As a reminder, I just want to let everyone know watching at home, keep an eye out for those first 5 teams that are going, not just who's on the medal. If you keep your eyes only on Lady Jags, Bombshells, and Peach, there's 6 other teams that are still vying for that first place that definitely could take one of them out of the top spot. The cheerleading world, this is the 20th year. Almost every single year of the cheerleading world, we have seen a team come from 5th, 6th place and either win or get silver. So I'm expecting to see that day because statistically, that's what always happens. Other than that, we will be back at 9:05 for Cheer Savannah All-Stars Miss Ruby. Remember, before I send you off, today is being scored on the USASF score sheet. These teams got their bids on the United score sheet. If you don't know the difference between those two, we're going to put a link to my video that this breaks down USASF versus United scoring. We'll put that in the comments here in a couple of seconds. After we do that, go ahead and watch that just 5 minutes so you understand the differences and you know that we're scoring on the on the USASF score sheet, which is comparative. I'll come back in a little bit and we'll get Cheer Savannah All-Stars, Miss Ruby on the road. Let's go. This is going to be so much fun. I will see all of you back here at 9:05. are back. Welcome to the 2024 Cheerleading World's live commentary brought to you by Cheer Analyst. My name is Tomas. I will be your host all weekend. Cheer Savannah, Miss Ruby just went. Beautiful performance. Up next, we have Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats, which will be walking on the floor shortly after Spirit Cheer Chaos from Canada walks off. So we're just a couple minutes out from Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats. It's going to be a great show. In the meantime, Miss Ruby just went, put out a beautiful performance. Cannot wait to see what's about to happen. Let's get into it. As a reminder, medium senior is being scored on the USASF score sheet. A little bit on that. The judges at Worlds are looking for true level 6 appropriate stunts when it comes to stunting. To put it simply, really you're looking for a double up to a lib or a body position, a 1 3/4 up to a body position, a half twisting inversion, or a quarter twisting inversion as well. Any inversion that twists from a quarter to a quarter or a half, a rewind of any kind, and a kick double dismount or a full kick full dismount. Because everything on the USASF score sheet is based off the rotation of the hips, even something like a full and a half twisting TikTok, which is incredibly difficult because it's only 1.5 spins, that's actually level 5. Crazy, I know, but it still is what it is. So we're looking at the rotations of the hips. These teams need to either have 1 3/4 to a body position or a double up to a lib. We're looking for twisting inversions, rewinds. We're looking for kick double full dismounts. We're looking for full kick full dismounts. The crowd is already going crazy for Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats. I cannot wait to see what is about to happen. Sound off in the comments. Who are your favorite medium senior teams? Who are you looking forward to seeing? We have Fierce Cats walking onto the floor here shortly. In the meantime, again, this is the Cheer Analyst Worlds 2024 live stream. And we are just eagerly awaiting. Cheer Sports Sharks is on deck. Here we go with Falcons Cheer Elite Eclipse from Canada. So we still have a couple of minutes before the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats start. If you're tuning in now, I'm going to give you just a quick rundown of what's going on. So Miss Ruby just performed, hit a great routine. The Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats are on deck right now. We have the Falcons from Canada right now. So Falcons Cheer Elite Eclipse is in the arena right now. Oh, if you're watching and you have the live stream at home, or if you want to get the live stream, go ahead and go to Flow Cheer. If you already have Flow Cheer and you're wanting to watch Medium Senior today is in the Arena South. So if you're a fan and you're watching, make sure that you have the Arena South venue open on your Flow Cheer. And then what most people do is they actually will just mute. You can mute the live stream and listen to my commentary, but have both. That way you can engage with the commentary as well, since there's not going to be any only on FlowCheer. And for what it's worth, FlowCheer's put out a great stream this weekend. We've only had a couple little minor glitches. I know personally from producing a live stream, there's a lot of unforeseen details, but shout out to there was a little hiccup during small senior, but that's about it. Other than that, we're going to have Fierce Cats. After the Fierce Cats, in 7th place going into today was the Blue Angels. So the Blue Angels will be after the Fierce Cats. There's 2 teams between each medium senior team. So I'll commentate and then we'll do a live recap and get ready for the next team. But we have time between each team to recap and analyze these routines. After Blue Angels go, 2 teams later will be F5. The Spirit of Texas A team, the defending world champions, are coming in 5th place going into finals. That's their placement today. Their scores from yesterday it's a clean slate. So those scores are not going to carry over. No one's scores from yesterday will carry over. After A team goes, we'll have ATA Atomic. Couple teams after that is going to be the Stingray's Peach, who is coming in contending for the bronze right now. The silver contender will go after that, who is the Central Jersey Allstars Bombshells. And coming in gold right now, the gold contender is the Top Gun All-Stars Lady Jags. I'm so excited to see what they put out today, if they can do what they did yesterday, but even better. And I'm also excited to see the rest of the division as well. Again, Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats is on deck right now. They are coming into today in 8th place with 13 points in deductions from yesterday. So we expect to see Fierce Cats hit a far better routine. And we're also we know they're going to bring their A game with 13 points in deductions. I don't expect to see something like that again. After that, like I said, we'll go to the Blue Angels, but in the meantime, we're just going to wait for the Fierce Cats to come on. If you have questions about medium, senior, USASF versus the United score sheet, all of those kinds of things, please feel free to ask in the comments, and we will try our best to answer any of your questions. So, that was a great performance from FCE Falcons. The Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats are on deck. You know what's really fun is the music that they're playing in the arena right now is Everybody Dance Now. Gonna make you sweat. So fun fact, this is what the Stingray Orange jumped to for their second jump sequence in 2007. And this is when they did a hurdler, then they spun around and they did a toe back, but then all these people, they had some girls do a toe back and some people did toe touch forward roll. And then this is the same year when they did the iconic Pike Shushinova. If you haven't watched that routine, Cheer Analyst put up the top 10 Stingray All-Stars routine. You will see Orange from 2007, somewhere in there, and you can see that jump sequence. We can already hear the iconic Cheer Athletics. We know it's going to be a great performance. I can feel the energy already feels so good today. So, Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats are going to walk on the floor. Here we go. Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats coming in today in 8th place. 13 points in deductions yesterday. Clean slate today. So we're going to start all over. As soon as the routine is done, a couple seconds later, I will start an instant replay. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. So routine opens up. 5 kick doubles. They look so much more confident today. Huge wall of 1 to fulls. Oh no, okay. We just had a injury, unfortunately. So the music has stopped. They're gonna clear the floor. We will be right back. We just had an injury for Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats. We will resume shortly. are back. The Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats did just have to stop the routine moments ago because of an injury. We are sending all of our love and light and best wishes, and hopefully that was just a scare or a bruise, or nonetheless, the routine did stop to honor and respect the athletes. If there's going to be an injury, hopefully that was the last one we'll see for the rest of the weekend. Out of respect for the athlete, we will just cut the stream off. There won't be any commentary, any kind of replay. I will let you know as soon as I get the Fierce Cats new performance time. Next up is going to be the Stingray Allstars Blue Angels. They are coming into today in 7th place. They did have 2 points in deductions yesterday. If they hit today, it could bump up their score, obviously, a little bit. Their raw score, the raw scores from yesterday were in line with the placements. When they return, we will be right back onto the floor. And we will be right back. Okay, we are back in medium senior. This is the 2024 Cheerleading World live commentary brought to you by Cheer Analyst. I am your host. My name is Tomas. I'll be with you all weekend. The Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats already were on the floor. If you're just tuning in, they did unfortunately have an injury, so the routine was stopped. As soon as we have any details about when they're going to perform again, we will let you know. They're obviously going to have another performance time. It did happen right in the beginning of the routine. No building had happened. So for them, they're probably going to rework their routine right now. They're going to have to re-warm up and then start all over because the injury did happen so early in the routine. In the meantime, we have the Stingray All-Stars, the Blue Angels, coming to you in just a couple of minutes. They've been on deck, and we are ready to go. And you know, with the Stingray All-Stars, we expect clean cheerleading. We expect everything to be absolutely perfect. Anyhow, SC Bears, Dolphins, Fierce Cats is going to go in just a couple of teams. I'm getting word from our producer. Fierce Cats is going to be going in just a couple of teams as soon as I get the exact performance time, but we're a couple of teams out from the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats. That is going to change the schedule a little bit, so bear with us. Walking on to the floor now is the Stingray All-Stars Blue Angels from Westchester, Ohio. They are coached by Spencer Clan and Randall. This is going to be really good. So they're getting set now. As soon as the routine is done, we will do an instant replay, okay? Okay. So they start off with 9 running doubles to the front. It's moving on to 7 full switch ups to immediate heel stretch. They all hit with 2 double fulls going across the front, then an immediate high to high TikTok. So good so far. Then they immediately transition to a pyramid, kind of like Panthers with the front half. Really good choreography, loving what they're doing in between. Then we have 5 2 to doubles. There was 1 3 to double in the middle. 2 2 to whip doubles that go across the front. This is beautiful cheerleading today. No deductions as of now. Front to double, highlighting rewinds in a diagonal formation with double fulls coming to the front left corner. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So we have 6 1 3/4 to lib with double fulls going across the front. And then 6 half twisting transitions with an arabesque double. Okay. Hurdler, toe touch with some beautiful baskets. They actually did 4 jumps, so I could see that increasing their stunt difficulty. They have done 3 baskets just during the jump section. If you're going to, we'll rewatch that, but they did multiple specialty baskets. Then they just moved on to a huge wall of 1 to fulls. Now we're in the running, tumbling, 2 round off back handspring fulls across the sides of the floor, front to fulls, simultaneously through the corners. The whip fulls did hit today across the front. This is an Arabian to whip double. She lands on her feet. Chest was a little bit down, but other than that was great. 2 half twisting waterfalls. Front group does a front full. Everything has been absolutely beautiful so far. Front fulls catch again. We're going to transition up to a full twisting tick to a heel stretch, immediate tick again to an inside stretch. They bump down and do brace side semis. They're going to do a half twisting inversion, and that is a hit for the Stingray Allstars Blue Angels. Good for them. That was a beautiful performance. If you're on the Stingray Allstars Blue Angels, you should be so proud of yourself, what you just put out for World's Finals. That was beautiful cheerleading. Yeah, that was really good. I didn't see any deductions myself. We're going to start the instant replay here in a second, and we will rewatch together. But that was absolutely great cheerleading. In the meantime, the Stingray All-Stars, the Blue Angels, did just perform. They, from what I saw, did not have any deductions. Once that was over, all right, so here we go. We have the doubles coming to the front, as you can see. I didn't see any deductions after that. And then from there, if you look, you can see they do the full switch ups, immediate stretch, and the doubles went across the front. No deductions there. Okay, then they do that pyramid transition. And I told you there was like that choreo between the 2 to doubles and the doubles hit, the standing tumbling to doubles. Hypercritical as far as execution. The chests are a little bit down in their double fulls and their standing doubles. Those running doubles, though, their chests were up, and those were a good stick stand. They did do the rewinds to a prep level in the back. Obviously, a rewind to a extended level stunt is going to score higher. Most of the teams in their division are also doing 7 stunts. However, I haven't counted the amount of athletes, so they might be maxing out with what they have. They did finish their stunt sequence with an arabesque double down. That is a level 5 skill, but it will be considered in their overall scores. Jumps are absolutely beautiful per always. We expect nothing less from the Stingrays. Moving into that standing tumbling, I thought they were standing tumbling to fulls. I did see some flex feet, some separation in the standing tumbling in those back handsprings as well. I did see separation there as well. Beautiful specialty to whip double. Ches was a little bit down on that whip double if we're being hypercritical, which I am because it's World's Finals. But it has been absolutely good cheerleading. This was great cheerleading. See, their pyramid here is beginning to do the full switch up to that outside stretch and then immediate tick to the hitch with those side semis. Then they're going to build up with hitches facing the back and do the half twisting waterfall right here. Then they transition into the dance. High energy. The crowd seemed to love it. I don't know if maybe they missed, but they didn't look so excited walking off of the floor, but we never know. They only have a couple of seconds. Then after that, We are all set. So the Blue Angels just went on. It was fierce. It was really good. I didn't see any deductions, and I saw a lot of double fulls. They did do rewinds to a prep level, so that is a level 6 elite element, so they will begin to get into that higher point range, that 11 to 20 range. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to automatically score high. It is comparative, so it's based on who does the most difficult stunts the cleanest. Other than that, we are just a couple of teams out. It sounds like it's going to be the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats. Because of a scheduling, I don't know if you're just tuning in, but the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats did have to have the routine stopped and the floor cleared. We're getting word from the producer when they'll be going on. We will be right back. Okay, everyone, we are back. If you are just now tuning in, this is the 2024 Cheerleading Worlds live commentary brought to you by Cheer Analyst. I will be your host for the remainder of the weekend with some of my guest commentators coming to join, but I will be your host for the remainder of the weekend. We are in the middle of medium senior finals. There has been a little bit of a schedule change due to music stop, floor clear with the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats. So the medium senior schedule will resume as normal. The only difference is after the Lady Jags go, Fierce Cats is going to perform again at 39. After that, Kat Haley will be joining us, and her and I are going to debrief everything we saw in medium senior. On the floor now is the Maryland Twisters F5, the 2023 world champions in the open all-girl division. So they are back in the medium division. Here we go. So the routine's about to start. Okay. Huge amount of standing fulls to start. In the front, everything's so good so far. 2 doubles across the front. 1 to full in the center with standing tumbling to doubles to the front. Multiple 2 to whip doubles from F5, at least 3 or 4. They had 5 in the section, but it looked like someone did do a full. We have the 5 rewinds, did hit to the top. 5 rewinds. Then we do the stretch, tick down with, or a quarter twisting tick to arabesque. Let's go. Low, high, full around ticks, immediate bow and arrows. All of them hit so far. Then we're going to go full switch up, 7 full switch ups. Everything's hit, nothing's moved. Center group does the kick double dismount. We're at a 0 deduction routine. Let's go. F5 knows that they're in the middle of a great routine. Huge wall of 1 to fulls with a big stick stand. 7 run up back handspring doubles up to the front. Great choreo, huge jumps as always from the Maryland Twisters. F5, beautiful kick double basket from Jocelyn Novak in the back. We'll get onto her, or we'll get more about her later. Her mom was on F5. Beautiful basket section. They just did 5 specialty kick double baskets. Front to full, whip to fulls. Okay, the doubles are starting now. We have doubles going across the sides to the corners. Lots of doubles. And then we're finishing with specialty to doubles and our last pass, an Arabian to double with a stick stand. Here we are. 7 high to high, ticks, nothing moved. 2 front fulls in the pyramid. Then the hitches, full up, immediate tick. Then they do the half layout to the back. They flip. The pyramid issue from yesterday on the right side with the hitch, there was no issues today. We're going to go up to the extent, we're going to go to the hand in hands, pop up to the hitch, waterfalls, and that is a hit for the Maryland Twisters F5. So that is a 0 deduction routine for the Maryland Twisters F5. Coming into today, they did have a couple of deductions from yesterday. Clearly that is going to change their score. We are eager to see where the scores lay out. We will have the instant replay up for you in just a couple of seconds. But wow, F5 just put out the best routine of the season that they could do. There was a couple of minor balance checks, but no deductions. In the meantime, we will have the replay up shortly. Maryland Twisters F5 did just take the floor. That was so much better than yesterday. The execution scores will be going up today as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing those composites and what that will look like. We're just waiting for the replay, and here we go. So F5 gets set like you see. Yes, they are set. We are setting with F5. Here we go. So the routine starts. Tons of standing fulls, as you can see. Nothing moved. No one stepped out of that. And you see those doubles across the front as well. Tons of standing, tumbling to doubles as well. I really like that formation for their 2 to whip doubles. And they always have something going on as well. These 5 rewinds hit to the top. There was kind of a not a bobble, but that third stunt in from the right caught above prep level, but not fully extended and pressed up just a little bit. If we're being nitpicky on, which we have to be, we're being hypercritical there. Then you see they did do their full switch up. That was great technique. Then they move into their 1 to full section. Notice the way they all land their passes. They land their passes, stick stand, and then they move. That is showing the execution judges that they're planting their feet with their chest up, then moving on. You want to make sure that you're highlighting those kinds of things. From there, as you can see, they move into their basket section. They open up that specialty kick double baskets. Running tumbling starts. Lots of specialty to fulls to open up the running tumbling section. It's going to turn into these doubles here in just a second. And for the rest of the tumbling section, it looked like all of it was doubles and specialty to doubles. Notice how everyone is stick standing their passes. Beautiful cheering. Then we're going to go to the high to high stretches. Again, we're being hypercritical. There was a little bit of hip movement on those flyers staying over their bases during those high to high ticks. So we don't want to see any of this. It needs to look like this, right? There was a couple of hips that went side to side. But the pyramid was much better today. As you saw, the issue in that flip to the hitch, it's one of the last skills of their pyramid. That was an issue yesterday, was not an issue today. Look at that crowd is going crazy. You can feel the energy from even just watching the replay. They know they just hit a great routine. Again, that is the Maryland Twisters F5 with a hit routine. We are watching medium senior finals at the 2024 Cheerleading Worlds. So far, we've seen Cheer Savannah. We've seen Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats, who will be performing again after Top Gun Lady Jags. After that, we saw the Stingray Allstars, the Blue Angels with a hit routine. After that, now we just got to see the Maryland Twisters F5 with another hit routine. Like I said at the beginning of the show, F5 and the Blue Angels both came in with deductions yesterday. They did not have their best routines yesterday. So I'm expecting for those scores to go up. I'm expecting for F5 to place higher today. As of right now. Now we still have the A team who is on deck right now. Shortly, the next team is going to be walking. Hello, America. Do I know how to talk? Can I? Hello? The Spirit of Texas A team will be walking out. They're on deck. For those of you that are just tuning in, medium senior goes, and then a separate division goes. And then, so we have global, like Vancouver All-Stars, Ice Queens, global all-girl, level 6, goes after the medium senior team. And then after that is non-tumbling co-ed, World Cup Omni, those teams. And then we go back to medium senior. So right now, the Flyer All-Stars Knockout is going in the arena. They'll be performing right now. They are in the global division. F5 just went. The Spirit of Texas A team is on deck. They're the defending world champions. So as far as the Spirit of Texas A team, their strategy, the Spirit of Texas way, is they're going to come into finals executed. That's how Spirit of Texas, that's what they do. You can, 99% of the time, you can count on getting a hit from Spirit of Texas in finals. We expect to see them hit. I know the Spirit of Texas A team didn't have their best performance yesterday, which only makes me think they're going to be coming into today guns blazing. I can't wait to see what they'll do. They are on deck, and we will be right back with the Spirit of Texas A team in just a couple of minutes. They are on deck. We will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. This is the 2024 Cheerleading World live commentary brought to you by Cheer Analyst. We are watching medium senior finals. So far, we've seen Cheer Savannah, Miss Ruby. We've seen the Blue Angels from the Stingray Allstars. We've seen the Maryland Twisters F5. Kind of saw Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats, but they'll be going again after Gun Lady Jags. Up next is the Spirit of Texas A team from Coppell, Texas. They are the defending world champions in this very division, medium senior. They didn't have their best performance yesterday, so I expect a beautiful, beautiful hit routine. I think I speak for everyone in the industry. That's the Spirit of Texas expectation, that they're going to come out and they're going to really hit. They look pretty per always. They're coming out with their iconic walkout, coached by Krista, Braden, and Hunter. This is going to be some good cheerleading. I cannot wait. Just that walkout. Just the walkout for me does it. And we're about to do it. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're set. Here we go. So, routine opens up. 6, 3, and 2 to doubles. Or 7, actually. I'm sorry. A huge wall of toe, 2 to fulls. So good so far. I did see some bent legs in those 2 to fulls. 7 round off back handstring doubles that go towards the front and towards the back. We're moving into their elite stunt sequence. We have 1 half twisting inversion, another half twisting inversion. So that's 7 cumulative half twisting inversions. Then they hit the 7 full and a half twisting switch ups to the immediate bow and arrow, high to high, and tick-tock. Pause. Then they're bumping down. That's a full and a half immediate arabesque. Do some choreo, bump down, full switch up, immediate scale. That's a hit with an inversion down from the Spirit of Texas A team. They are hitting right now. You can tell they are super excited with what they've done. A huge wall of 1 to fulls with some standing fulls there as well. We're moving into the running tumbling, double across the front. And then we're going to have a front to double that's going to highlight beautiful kick double baskets that were in a diagonal formation. A round out back handstring double comes to the front. Front to fulls going across the across the sides of the floor. Doubles to the left corner, front to full to the right corner, specialty double to the left corner again, specialty to fulls across the sides of the floor, specialty to doubles together to the corner, and a beautiful last pass as they go into a triple toe touch. We're transitioning into the pyramid. They fly over a back bend while 2 groups on the outside go hand in hand to an immediate stretch. Then those hand in hand stretch go half twisting waterfall. Middle group goes full up, immediate bow and arrow with a transition where they almost in a circle formation and everyone faces the inside and they do a high to high, lib to lib. Then they flip braced. Oh no, they did just have a stunt fall on the very left, right before the front fulls. That is going to be a deduction. So the Spirit of Texas did just have a stunt fall in their pyramid. Up to that point, it was absolutely perfect. We have seen Spirit of Texas win with a stunt fall before in medium co-ed. With the raw scores, I don't know if that is going to be... I don't know if that will be the case today. We will have the instant replay up here in just a couple of minutes. And by minutes, I mean a couple of seconds. In the meantime, the Spirit of Texas A team did just perform. Here we go. So the routine is about to start. About to start. How fierce. Okay, the A team's getting set. Okay, here we go. So as I said, they open up with standing tumbling to doubles. Some go to the back and then some go side to side. Up to this point, it was perfect. Those toe, 2 to fulls. There were some bent legs and a little bit of timing on this side. 1 or 2 people were off. And this formation as well, that those doubles were timed almost perfect. Moving on. We do the half twisting inversions. The first stunt groups goes by herself, and then the other 6 meet up with her. That is a level 6 skill. Then we do full and a half, immediate bow and arrow. That's a level 5 skill. High to high stretch is another level 5 skill. They're doing 7 of all of their stunts. Full and a half, immediate arabesque, another level 5 skill. And then we bump down and we do immediate full switch up to scale. That is another level 5 skill with their downward inversion. So they did do some level 6. They have done a level 6 element so far. The rest were level 5. If the rest of their division does hit, it's not going to be likely that they may not be a contender. I'm going to be very honest. They may not be a contender based off of that performance. So we say, we have seen Spirit of Texas win before with a stunt fall in medium co-ed. So we'll see. As you see, the running tumbling is great. There were a lot of specialty to fulls, and then those specialty to doubles conclude the running tumbling section. This is a triple toe touch, which is iconic Spirit of Texas. To see them doing a triple toe touch is the most nostalgic. Then that flyover over the back bend while those hand-in-hands flip to the immediate inside stretch. And then they do the half-twisting waterfall inversion. From there, everyone faces into the center and they do a high-to-high lib. And they go to that prone position. There's front fulls that go there. This is where we're going to see the error here. So we're almost there. Everything has been good. And then it's that flip on the side on the very left. Great recovery though. She caught up and she did a front full. So the difficulty will still be there. That's obviously going to be a building fall. It is what it is. But that was a great recovery. Watching their dance, they kept the energy up. They held their ending pose at the very end. They did their absolute best. That was a great performance with the one error in the pyramid. Based off of what we've seen so far, I would have F5 and the Blue Angels in first and second in no particular order. Then we would have the A team in third. I'm not going to count Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats right now. If you're just tuning in, they were scheduled to go earlier today, and unfortunately they did have to have the floor cleared. So they will be performing again after Lady Jags, FYI. So they'll be performing after the Lady Jags. Meanwhile, if we're going to be ranking what we've seen so far, right? As far as building difficulty, F5 has had the hardest building difficulty so far. That is going to change. There's going to be some other medium senior teams who are going to obviously bring their A+++ game. I have F5 in first right now. We still have Peach. We still have ATA Atomic. They won NCA. We still have CJA Bombshells. We still have Top Gun Lady Jags. We still have the Fierce Cats. We haven't seen we don't even know if they've made any upgrades or what their routine is going to look like. And they didn't have their best day yesterday. That could change everything. For those of you that are new, Fierce Cats could be your Cinderella story. Fierce Cats could come out of nowhere. Who knows? Is it going to happen? We're not sure, but it has happened before. So based on what we've seen so far, top 3 for me are going to be A team is going to be in in 3-4 with Cheer Savannah, and then those top 2 are going to be the Blue Angels and F5 for right now. On deck, we do have ATA Atomic. They'll be going on in just about 3 minutes. I'll be doing live commentary for ATA Atomic. Then after that, we'll have an instant replay. ATA Atomic did not have their best day yesterday either. So they're coming in with some deductions as well. From there, we're going to have a great time. In the meantime, we will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. This is the 2024 Cheerleading World live commentary brought to you by Cheer Analyst. I am your host. My name is Tomas. I will be with you all weekend. On the floor now, we have ATA Atomic from Cumming, Georgia, the medium senior 2024 NCAA champions. This should be good. I am really excited to see what they do. They didn't have any deductions yesterday, and they are coming today in fourth. Maybe it was a difficulty. We're going to see right now. So they're set. The live replay will be on shortly after. Okay. Routine starts, choreo, 4 round off back handspring doubles to the corner, 5 rewinds to the top, specialty to doubles coming to the right corner. They look a little bit nervous for me. A couple of standing fulls with a big wall of 1 to fulls, standing tumbling to fulls. They may have been supposed to be doubles. They were big wall of 4 3 to doubles, more standing tumbling to doubles from the right corner, the right side to the left side. Specialty baskets, there were 5. Specialty to double across the front. Extended hand in hands to 2 feet. That is a level 5 skill. So is this full switch up immediate stretch. So is this high to high stretch. The quarter twisting tick as well is going to be considered a level 5 skill. We'll get more on that in a moment. They do 7 high to high full around ticks. They may have done 6. Then they do the lib kick double dismounts, which is another level 6 skill. So they did 7 lib kick doubles with 5 rewinds. So far, beautiful stick stands in their running, tumbling. The energy is a little bit low for me. They look a little bit timid. So I can't feel it hitting as much as some of the other teams, which whether or not we think it does play into the overall score. The jumps are pretty. They're moving into their next section, which is the pyramid. They do a inversion that front flips back to a load position. They've done almost like 3 flips consecutively. So tons of pyramid elements. Oh no. Okay, so the full switch up in the middle did not go as well, or it did go, but unfortunately that was a stunt fall. The extended hand in hands to the inside hitch hit, and then the waterfalls hit as well. So yesterday, coming into today, ATA Atomic was in fourth with 0 deductions. And the Spirit of Texas A team was only 0.2 behind them in their raw score. Maybe I could see Spirit and A team swapping today. We'll see shortly what happens. The live replay will be coming up in just a couple of seconds here. If you're just tuning in, we are live commenting on ATA Atomic. This is the instant replay. They're here getting set. You see there's those doubles across the corners. So from the back right to the front left, more doubles from the back left to the right. And then those 5 rewinds happened right in the beginning. They all hit to the top. So we have 5 rewinds, which is level 6 skill. The 1 to fulls meet up with those standing fulls as well. Kind of choreo between. And then from there, they do standing tumbling to doubles. You see the 10 standing tumbling to doubles across the front. And then that group went on the left side to the back. Kick doubles, double across the front. I had said specialty to double. I think that was a straight double, actually. Then they do extended hand in hands to 2 feet. That is level 5. So is the full switch up. So is the high to high tick. So is the quarter tick. All that means is it doesn't hold as much weight when you look at all of the skills compared to all of the other teams. Because what is harder, a double up to 2 feet or a full twisting tick-tock? It's a double up to 2 feet. However, they do move on to the lib kick double. That's another level 6 element. So they, in total so far, did 12 cumulative level 6 elements. Whereas Spirit of Texas A-Team did, they had the half twisting inversions, which was one of theirs, and they did 7 of those. They didn't do any other level 6 skills. So I don't know what's going to happen there. However, yeah, A-Team's raw score was lower as well than ATA Atomics. We'll see how it plays out. Right now, I don't have... Okay, so for all intents and purposes, obviously A-Team and Atomic are battling for what is bronze right now. As of right now, there are other teams that are going to go. So this is all based off my opinion. We would have F5 with gold as of right now. We don't know the scores. This is just my opinion based off of what I've seen. So it would be F5. And then after that, we know that we're somewhere in the range of A-Team and Atomic are in that bronze. They may not, I don't even know if it's safe to say that they're in the bronze. I could say right now, F5 is the only obvious contender to be on the podium. That doesn't mean that that is going to be what happens. I've said this before. We have seen Spirit of Texas medium co-ed royalty. We've seen them win multiple years with a stunt fall. They've actually won. Now that I say it, they've actually won with a pyramid fall. In 2022, they won with a pyramid fall. In 2012, they won with a building fall. But nonetheless, Spirit of Texas has won before. I just don't know if the difficulty in medium senior for A-Team and for Atomic is going to be enough with their stunt falls to be contenders for the top 3. We did just get to see the Spirit of Texas A-Team. Not their best performance. However, what did hit was beautiful cheerleading, with the exception to the one fall in the pyramid. It was great. ATA Atomic, I would say the exact same thing. With the exception to their one building fall in the pyramid, it was absolutely great cheerleading. In my gut, I'm not thinking that either of them are going to be in the middle, but stay tuned and we'll see. We will be right back for the Stingray Allstars Peach. are back in medium senior at the Cheerleading Worlds 2024. Walking on now is the Stingray Allstars Peach, who is in the bronze spot coming into the finals. Anything can happen. So yesterday, Peach did have 2 points in deductions. Based off of their raw score, they were still in third place. So we'll see what's going to happen. Anything can happen so far. Okay, routine starts. 1 to fulls. Hitch kick double in the back. Huge amount of standing fulls. She did kind of step out of that. That won't be a deduction, just minor execution. 2 to fulls with 2 to doubles there. Some 2 to doubles with 2 to fulls. Full to fulls from side to side. Arabian to fulls from the corners. Round up back handspring doubles to the front right corner. To the left corner, we have more doubles in a group of 3. Group of 2 doubles, specialty to double, and then last pass, specialty to double, stick stand with almost standing straight up and down. Beautiful execution from the Stingray Allstars Peach. Hitch kick doubles and kick doubles. There were multiple there. Beautiful routine so far. Here we go. We're moving into the elite stunt sequence. Choreo. Here we go. We have 7 rewinds that do hit. Some caught a little bit below extended, not above and above prep, just pressed a tiny bit. But we have 7 rewinds and 7 full switch ups, immediate stretch, immediate high to high. And then they go to a hand in hand with a quarter twist to a scale. That's 2 level 6 elements right now. As of right now, cumulatively, they've done 14 level 6 elements. Double toe, clap. Then we have some round up back handspring, fulls and doubles. The majority of those girls did do doubles to the back. They're having a little bit more tumbling execution, I would say, today. They had 7 quarter twisting tick ups there. It's a little timid in my eyes, but beautiful cheerleading nonetheless. I'm just being hypercritical. The pyramid is great. There's been no issues so far. Lots of big flying transitions. Everything is hitting. The flyers are engaged. They could be a little bit more excited for me. They look a little bit young, so that could just be experience. However, they just do the hand-in-hands with the quarter twist to the inside hitch, then immediate high to high, front full, everything hit. That is a hit for the Stingray Allstars Peach. They're now in the dance, going at it. They don't look incredibly... Okay, they do look thrilled. People are crying, so... That was fierce. Okay, they were just turning it out. Sometimes you misread faces apparently, but they're crying. They know that was a beautiful routine. We have the live replay coming up here shortly, and I'm going to break down everything that I saw. Okay, so Peach starts. Hello, Peach. Okay, and we have standing tumbling to fulls, you see there, and then huge wall of standing fulls. Minor little step, as you saw on that right side, toe, 2 to fulls. If we're being hypercritical, maybe some flex feet, nothing crazy. Beautiful timing on those standing tumbling to doubles to the back. Those are the kinds of execution things judges want to see. Great timing on the full to fulls, some bent legs on those second fulls. The timing was not an issue on any of their elements. In any of their categories, from jumps to tumbling to building, I didn't see any timing issues. As we move on, we see the baskets. That hitch kick double at the end was so good. I love the amount of intricate stunt work they do and transitions that get them into their stunt sections. They don't just walk to it and set. Then they go 7 rewinds. I don't know if that'll be an execution just because they caught like not fully extended. But other than that we're being hypercritical. Then they full switch to the stretch and they tick again. Then as you see, this is their second elite skill, which is a quarter twisting inversion. So they had 7 groups do rewinds and 7 groups do quarter twisting inversions. That's a cumulative 14 elite elements right now on top of their high to highs, on top of the high to high ticks, on top of the full rounds. The hand to hand was a quarter, but other than that, they have been doing multiple level 6 skills. The pyramid, I love how many huge flyovers they had in the beginning. As you saw there, they had the 2 half twisting waterfalls. Everything is so big, is going past the 2.5 high level, which is what the judges want to see. Those backflips could have been a little bit higher if we're being hypercritical, since we're talking about height. But other than that, this was great. The quarter twist from these extended hand in hands, nothing moves. That is how you end a pyramid. Then the high to high tick, catch the cradle, freeze, set out, move to the dance. This is what the judges want to see. Stingray Allstars, though, we know you are going to bring a masterclass routine, whatever division you're in. We know that the Stingray Allstars is going to be a masterclass in cheerleading all the time. And as you saw there, the Stingray Allstars Peach is no exception. If we had to go based off scores right now, I'm going to bump down F5 to second. I need to go back and evaluate, but I actually have it memorized. F5, remember, does 5 rewinds, where Peach does 7, right? So the math. So 14 cumulative to, I think it's 12 and 5, because they do another elite skill, which is it's something. But I know they do multiple elite skills. However, because of those 2 rewinds, when you compare them next to each other, 14 cumulative elite skills to 12 cumulative. Running, tumbling, I think Peach is compared to F5 as well. So the contender for gold, as of now, we still have CJA Bombshells, we still have Gun Lady Jags, and the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats are going to have their second performance today after Gun Lady Jags. So right now, I would say we have the Stingray All-Stars Peach at the top for me, holding on to first. And then in the silver position right now would be Maryland Twisters F5, just based off difficulty. Those are 2 hit routines. The Blue Angels from the Stingray All-Stars Ohio did have a hit as well. I'm not sure if the difficulty will be enough to surpass the A-Team and ATA Atomic, who pretty much the A-Team and ATA, I would say, had similar performances in that they had great routines with 1 stunt fall in the pyramid. When CJA goes and Lady Jags go, so when Bombshells and Lady Jags go, at the end of those, I'll have a better idea of what I think the podium is going to look like. Definitely, as of now, Peach has to be on the podium. That was beautiful cheerleading. Nothing moved. We will be back shortly for CJA Bombshells. If you have any questions about the USASF score sheet, what's considered level 6, what's this, what's that, sound off in the comments. I'd be happy to help. We will be back in just a few minutes for CJA Bombshells. back, everyone, with the Central Jersey All-Stars Bombshells. Coming into today, they are contenders for the silver medal. The Stingray All-Stars Peach did just have a great routine as well. As of right now, based on the performances that we've seen, I have Peach in the gold spot. We still have CJA Bombshells and the Top Gun Lady Jags and the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats. We should see what happens. Okay, here we go. Hitch kick double. It's actually a hitch kick double with a ball in the middle. So specialty basket in the back. Beautiful standing tumbling to doubles. Toe two to fulls right into running tumbling. Specialty to fulls, doubles to the back left corner, Arabian to full. Then we have specialty to fulls from the right side to the left with 7 doubles that come to the front. Then there were 7 doubles that, as I said, that came to the front. 2 doubles went side to side in the very back. 5 rewinds to the very top. Immediately, 5 shoulder sits go behind them and they do a waterfall transition, which hit. Okay, we have 1 double up immediate lib in the middle, and then the 6 groups around her doubled up as well. So far we have 7 plus 5, and then they did that again. So they have 19 cumulative elite elements right now. Remember, a rewind to a prep is still level 6, but when you look at rewind to prep or rewind to the top, obviously a rewind to the top is going to be comparatively placed higher. So they still did multiple level 6 elements, but at the end of the day, it's going to be who does the hardest. Other than that, it's absolutely beautiful so far. They moved into their jumps. The arm placement and the leg placement was much better today. Then they did more baskets, a fun pyramid transition. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Top Gun All-Stars large co-ed from 2008. They do they tumble into a group and do like a pyramid backflip and then tumble out of it. They do something similar to that as she highlights 7 full switch ups that go to a scorpion. Then there's a paper doll structure of inside hitches. The pyramid immediately transitions to front fulls and then flies over to a separate group again. Then they flip immediately. So they're doing consecutive skills without any kind of breaks in between, which is what the judges want to see, as many combo skills as possible. They did just have a building fall on the very right side. The energy, the recovery was great, but the energy you can feel in the arena went from 1,000 to very low. Everything after that was great. Man. I'm going to be really honest before the live replay. That's such a bummer. That's a huge bummer. And everyone at Cheer Analyst, I want everyone to hit. So I hate that. I hate that they didn't hit, not because of any other reason that I've been an athlete. I know that feeling, and I don't want that for any team. No one does. So here goes the instant replay. Standing, tumbling to doubles, and then they do those toe 2 to fulls. Running, tumbling to the back. Lots of chest up in their doubles, as you can see. Then chests were dropped in those fulls to the side. I would say the tumbling execution looks better with their double fulls than their fulls. Their fulls almost have more bent legs. They're more piked. 5 rewinds that went to that immediate waterfall. That's such a cool transition there. Then more transitional elements as the center group's going to go a double up immediate lib. And then there is another double up. On the right side, there was a minor balance check that's not going to cost them too much. Then they do that rewind to a prep. So right now they've done 19 cumulative level 6 skills. We're still going to take into account any of their full switch ups. Then they do the kick double dismounts as well. So 19 plus 7. So they did 26 elite elements. They move into their standing tumbling again. It's a huge 1 to full section. After that, jumps, beautiful. Jump timing was stunning today. So was arm placement, leg placement. The jumps look absolutely incredible. The baskets, I would have loved to seen if that second one in from the left was a little bit more not only synchronized, but uniformed with the rest of the basket groups as far as height and leg positioning. I'm being hypercritical. I love the full switch up immediate scorpions in the diagonal formation, and I love that they pull the scorpions to the back. Just little things like that. Paper dolls with the inside hitches. Everything up to this point has been so good. Those front fulls go, and then it's an immediate flip again up to a hitch pyramid, and then they flip down to a split, transitional elements, and it keeps going. Then they rewind, and then they flip again to the top. And this is where we had that little issue. I remember in 2014, the Shooting Stars had something not even that big, and it did cost them the world championship. So historically, we've seen it before. In 2008, Senior Elite also had a minor issue in a prep in their pyramid, and that also cost them the world championship. So historically, statistically, pyramid issues have caused most teams at Spirit of Texas somehow seems to win when they have a pyramid fall. But that's what happens when your execution is like that, though. Spirit will out-execute everyone. So we're going to go back to me. CJA Bombshells just went. I have to be really honest. I'm super bummed. I wouldn't be transparent, and I wouldn't be giving it to you like it really is if I told you it's such a bummer. I did not want to see Bombshells have that performance, especially when they hit yesterday, and they did this at NCA as well. They were in first place at NCA going into day one, and then they didn't have a good day two. And that's okay. That's okay. Learning experience for them. As far as the podium right now, Peach, F5, Bombshells. Difficulty though, Bombshells could be above F5, but they had a building fall, but they're going to have higher difficulty. But their execution is going to be, Bombshell's execution will be affected because of that double up with the balance check. Then they had obviously that pyramid issue. Wasn't their best performance. If you're just tuning in, Central Jersey Allstars Bombshells did just perform, did have a stunt fall in the end of their pyramid. I have them slated third. We still have Lady Jags and Fierce Cats with a Peach and an F5 who had hit routines. It's going to be unlikely that Bombshells is on the podium. It could happen. If anything, I think it would be bronze, maybe. More than likely, they're not going to be on the podium, but we'll see. Anything can happen. They could win. You don't know. Anything can happen. I just don't see that happening though. Coming up soon, we will have Top Gun Lady Jags in just a few minutes with live commentary and a live replay. After that, Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats will go again. Shortly after that, dear friend of mine, special guest Kat Haley will be joining us to break down medium senior placements, what we've seen, what we think the outcomes are going to be. We will be right back. right, everyone, we are back for the Top Gun All-Stars Lady Jags. This crowd looks ready to go. We have security telling everyone to sit down. Very Worlds. That's very reminiscent of Worlds. If Worlds is going to have anything, you can always expect crowd control before, after that, and then after the event has concluded, you can just expect there to be a lot of rowdiness. Top Gun All-Stars looks super excited walking onto the floor. We have the Top Gun All-Stars Lady Jags coming into day 2 in the gold position, coached by Greg Gazal, Trayshad Mack, and Gabby Fuller. They are from Miami, Florida. Fun fact, their first world championship was 10 years ago, 2014. And they had only been in the division for 2 years. All right, Lady Jags are set. Here we go. 9 standing fulls in the back. 9 people are in the formation. I can't see if one did a standing tuck, but we have 9 standing fulls. Double up to the front, and then whip doubles that come to the front, but they run through that prep in the middle, which I said yesterday I love it as much today, obviously. Beautiful basket in the back. Her toes were together and pointed. They do 2 to fulls, 10 more bent legs, and then the 3 to double section, tons of 3 to doubles. I wasn't able to count. It was either 7 or 9 3 to doubles to the back, and at least 2 to whip doubles that came after that. From here, 1 3/4 immediate stretch. That's a level 6 skill. So we have 7 right there. They're doing their choreo. All right. Front handspring up. That's a half twisting inversion. So that's 14 elite elements. Then full switch up. Well, not full switch up, low high tick. Full around, then we do 7 kick double transitions. 7 times 3 is 21. So we have 21 elite skills right now. Doubles in groups of 3s. Chest up, everyone is stick standing. No deductions as of yet. Specialty to double to both of the corners. Hitch kick doubles in a group of 4, and then a specialty basket with a ball in the middle. Then double across the front. Toe hurdler, and then toe again. Arm placement in the center. Again, not my fave, but girl, your jumps are T. So 7 full switch ups after that. Now we're transitioning into the pyramid. They're going to do braced rewinds to the top that all caught, nothing moved. Low high full around ticks that went to a lib, transition out to an arabesque, and they move and do 2 front fulls. Then they do a front X out over the prep in the middle. They do that full twisting 2-1-1 front flip out of that. All we got to do is hit these high to highs, paper doll structure, waterfalls, and that is a hit for the Top Gun All-Stars Lady Jags, who is coming into today already in first place. What I love about this routine is not only the energy was high, execution was there, difficulty was there, and their dance has been super crisp. They are not just throwing their arms around. Every single detail of that routine was executed so well. That was beautiful precision. The instant replay will be up shortly, and we're gonna break it all down. I am super excited. Based off of what we've seen, we're going to take a look here. Okay, so Top Gun All-Stars, Lady Jags. Here we are in the replay. Great transitions. What was that? I wasn't able to count. 7 or 8 or 9 standing fulls back there. Double comes to the front. And see those doubles, whip doubles that actually start their hurdle or they run under the preps. I love transitional elements like that. And I know the judges do as well. Way to create dimension up and down, and it creates dimension forward and backwards as well. Then they have a huge wall of 2 and 3 to, it was either 2 to 3 to doubles to the back, and then those 2 to whip doubles that were in a unique formation in more of a corner than a special line. They're more in a diagonal formation. Then they do 1 3/4 to stretch in 7 groups. So that's 7 elite elements. They did quarter tick after that. And they set out, do some choreo, and then nothing moved in those half twisting inversions. Those front handspring ups, that was nothing. Nothing moved. So we have 14, and then 7 more lib kick double dismounts. So that's 21 level 6 elements, not including their quarter tick and their full around tick. And then they're about to do a full switch up after the running tumbling. And I love these hitch kick doubles. Look at that beautiful specialty basket on the right-hand side. She was so happy. Then the running tumbling across the front. Toe hurdler, clap shoot in the back. Majority of the team is doing the jumps there, which is what the judges want to see. A certain amount of athletes do need to be performing the jumps. 7 full switch ups to immediate stretch. They transition down. You see those braced rewinds to the top. Those lib full arounds, brace, and they do arabesque, move out, front full, front full. They just needed to hit this last part, those braced flips to the hitch. I love that full twisting up to the 2-1-1 fake out structure. Then they front flip. So that's considered a full twisting inversion. Then they do the paper doll structure with the connected hitches, 2 front fulls out. And that is a hit for the Lady Jags. Dance though, I want to highlight this. They did not let up in the dance. They turned it on, but they still, everything is so sharp. Everything is so precise, so crisp. The movements are hit, 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 as it's supposed to be. This was a master class in cheerleading. That was a great, great performance by the Top Gun Lady Jags. Based off raw scores from yesterday, they did hit again. They had 21 elite elements. They hit all of them. Their running tumbling was in, their tumbling numbers were insane. For me right now, it's Lady Jags, Peach. We'll see. If it should be F5. It should be F5. CJA had more difficulty. They had a pyramid fall, and some minor checks as well. So right now, the cheer analyst prediction, Lady Jags with gold, Peach with silver, just because of the raw scores from yesterday. And that was where the judges placed them. So I would assume the judges would place them that way again with their raw scores. There weren't any issues with Peach yesterday. So based off that, Lady Jags with the gold, Peach with the silver, F5 with the bronze, maybe CJA Bombshells. We will see shortly. Up next is the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats with their second performance. They will be up shortly. Shortly after that, Kat Haley will be joining us for the medium senior wrap-up. We will be right back. We are back for the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats, who are having their second performance. Okay, they open up with multiple 2 to fulls and doubles. Everything's so good so far. Let's see here. 2 to fulls were good as well, so everything's so good so far. Okay. 6 rewinds to prep, nothing moved there. Full and a quarter switch up to arabesque. Everything is good. We're in groups of 6 right now, but I believe that's based off the quantity of athletes on the floor. So they are doing the max amount of stunts for the amount of athletes that they do have on the floor. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Everything is hitting so far. Everything has been technically great. We had 5 half twisting inversions. The middle group caught it at prep. That's not going to affect much, but the execution. We did have a stunt fall in the twisting transition up to the lib. Okay, full switch up to scale. Maybe not the best recovery. The flyer that fell looks a little bit oh, she's moving to center. Oh, this might be the athlete that was injured. I see. Good. Wow, she went again. So mad if that might be the athlete that was pulled with a brace on. How iconic. If you're watching or you're listening, the Fierce Cats are in their second performance. It has been a hit so far with the exception to a fall in the full switch up. So they did have a building fall in their full switch up. It's been a better performance than it was yesterday. We're in the pyramid now. They did a hand in hand that flipped up to a hitch and then immediate high to high after that. They do braced rewinds that catch at the top and then waterfalls with front fulls. Now they're in the dance. Energy is not where they want, but the crowd does live 3 times with the Fierce Girls. Now snap, snap, snap. That's obviously iconic. Not their best performance. However, I want to give a special shout out to Miss Center who had that brace on and performed. We'll have the instant replay up here in just a couple of seconds. In the meantime, we are watching Medium Senior, which has officially now just concluded. Shortly, we will have Kat Haley with us after I rewatch the Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats performing now. They open up with those standing to fulls, some 1 to fulls there, moves, choreo, and then you see they do the 6 rewinds to a prep while there's more specialty to fulls and a double that they use the formation to highlight, which was really cool as well. And those rewind to preps were executed beautifully. Standing, tumbling to doubles, 7 going to the back, toe 2 to fulls, some bent legs, some chest down. That's kind of been a theme I've seen in Medium Senior. It looks like the standing, tumbling to fulls has been a little bit less executed. And then Fierce Cats does 5 half twisting inversions. The center stunt group you saw there was caught at a prep. And then this is where we have the issue. It wasn't actually a full switch up. It was a double up to immediate lib. And then from the lib, they immediate high to high. They weren't able to catch up for the rest of the stunt sequence. So they are going to be down 2 groups for the double up numbers and the full switch up numbers. The jumps looks great. Then from there, they move on into the running tumbling section, opens up with a beautiful specialty to double pass, then doubles to all of the corners. Lots of fulls, specialty to fulls and doubles, front to double. Beautiful, beautiful. 2 doubles that end the pass and the running tumbling section. I love their chests were up, feet were planted when they landed. Any judge is going to love that. Pyramid. We have the flips to the immediate inside hitch, tick to outside stretch with that waterfall and the front flip. Beautiful straight leg scorpion in the middle as well. inside hitch pyramid within front fools. And then they transitioned to their dance. I don't know if this was the highest energy performance for the Fierce Cats that I've ever seen in my life. I think they were shaken up after that fall. They had a great recovery. We are back to just me. Based off of what I've seen so far, I still have Lady Jags in first. Stingray Allstars Peach in that silver position. Maryland Twisters F5. Maybe CJA Bombshells in bronze. ATA Atomic and the A-Team, great routines. Both of them had stunt falls in the pyramid. CJA Bombshells also had a stunt fall in the pyramid as well. They have a ton of difficulty. Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats just won again. They did have a building fall during the double up immediate libs. That same stunt group wasn't able to catch up for the full switch up, so they're going to be down a couple of numbers there. Their raw score yesterday wasn't enough to be in the top 5. We'll see what happens today. If you're watching, Kat Haley will be joining us in just a couple of minutes. Her and I are going to break down all the things about Medium Senior. We will be right back. Here we go. Welcome back, everyone, to the Cheer Analyst Worlds 2024 live commentary. I am joined by a dear friend, colleague, most importantly, fellow cheer nerd, right? That's like, of all of the categories, close friend, someone I've worked with Cheer Analyst, Kat Haley cheerleading, most importantly, as big of a cheer nerd as me, Kat Haley. Woo! Welcome, Kat Haley.
I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this since yesterday. Lady Jags. Let's just start, like, we're gonna talk about it. They demand excellence. I mean, they walked out on the floor and they weren't even set up, and I'm like, they won.
I said the same thing.
They won. They made the choice before they got out on the floor that they were just going to crush everybody. Period. Period. Like,
period.
There wasn't a shaky part in that routine.
And as a reminder, Kat Haley and I have never cheered at Top Gun. So there's zero bias to this enthusiasm.
Correct.
Kat was on Orange when they were medium. You know what I mean? I didn't cheer at Top Gun. This enthusiasm is 100% genuine. It's Top Gun Lady Jags 2024 World Champs.
Period. And you know what is, like, Tomas, you and I have talked about this so many times about how, you being on Wildcats, if you watch a Wildcats routine, you can feel the camaraderie of the athletes on that team and how everybody, everybody is on the same page. And you can feel that when Lady Jags came out. The cool thing for me is that below, I saw a bunch of coaches that weren't even their coaches, double O athletes,
going nuts. I commented on that before they even walked out. I was like, they already have crowd control. The crowd was going insane. They hadn't even walked on yet, and crowd control already was getting them together.
It's so, Top Gun's gym saying, if you will, is once a family, always a family. And again, as someone, you and I both did not cheer at the gym. I've never even actually walked foot into a Top Gun location. You can feel it, and it feels real. It feels genuine. And
you can't manufacture that that from competing. I know that. You can't manufacture what Lady Jags did, and that doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It just doesn't happen like that. I want to say this right now, the amount of work that it takes for Lady Jags to look like that is insane. All the medium senior teams, but I couldn't agree with you more, Kat. It is excellence. It's excellence. That Top Gun Lady Jags was a masterclass in cheerleading.
And I talked about this a little bit yesterday. As a coach, as an athlete, I always favored a small senior orange, which was clean, concise, maybe not the sassiest, or maybe not even the biggest numbers, but I always preferred that style of cheerleading. And Lady Jags is so the opposite of that. And it gives me, in the best of ways, and it gives me everything I need. And I'm watching this on a screen, okay? And I'm screaming at my computer because I could feel it through a screen. It's just, I'm not sure there are real words to describe
we haven't even broken it down yet. We haven't even talked about the rewinds, the half twisting inversions, the kick doubles out of that. They did 21 cumulative elite skills within 2 seconds. Not literally 2 seconds, but they did 21 elite elements. Then they did the quarter twisting TikToks as well. While the rest of the division, for the most part, did high to highs, Top Gun went just a little bit further and twisted their TikToks. Moving on.
This is the history brain in me when I watch a team like Lady Jags. Okay, Top Gun Large Co-ed has been around for 25 plus years, right? 30, they are 30. Iconic. They were iconic in the late 90s. They are iconic in 2024. And I brought this up yesterday that in 2013, when I was on Orange, and of course that was the only year of medium senior for Orange, that was the first year of Lady Jags, and they were not someone we were worried about. They were a first year team.
Yep.
And that following year,
I remember that.
they said, "Oh no, we're going to do this." And the fact that team has only been around for 11 seasons, and how many times have they won now? Will this be their fourth?
14, 18, 22 or 21, one of those. It's 14, 18, and 21. I know that this is number 4. I think they won 21 or 22.
Can we confirm that are they the most winningest team in this division?
Let's see. So it would be 4 for them. Peach won in 2015. They've won again Peach won in 2021.
They're 2, correct. EC was 2.
17. Did they win 19? I'm pretty sure.
I believe so.
And then they won in 2022. Yes, they won in 22. The A team won last year. So 17, 19, 22. So they would be going for 4. They are going for 4 just in a different division. So, but they're obviously
Yes.
out of the, we're not talking about them. So yeah, that will when Top Gun wins, they'll be the most decorated medium senior team. And 11 years ago, no one thought of them as a threat. When they won, people thought it was by accident, and they have made sure since then that you never think it's today. When they win, it will not be by accident. They did not accidentally win today.
I am in multiple group chats and with other fellow cheer nerds, other has-beens, if you will, and Lady Jags finished, and all of those group chats are like done, done. Like no doubts, absolutely no doubts. I'm speechless. And not to mention, they've actually gone through a couple of coaching changes over the past 11 years. They had Jordan who was
Hearn.
Who was a fellow TGLC 00 girl.
That's right.
They have Gabby Fuller now, who is obviously a great addition to that staff. Greg Gazelle is just, he is the brains behind that. Sean Guzman was dabbling in Lady Jags for a bit until he chose to step away to focus on their tumbling program. And I think that a lot of people forget and don't realize how when you've been a part of a program for so long, when there is a staff change, even though their staff is phenomenal across the board, that presents its own challenges, right? You become used to certain people that are guiding you, and even though there may be someone else really good, that's what's amazing to me, is they've undergone some staff changes and they've still maintained excellence. That right? I'm like,
we agree it's peach for silver?
Absolutely. They had
Which was great. Was it like did they have anything?
It looked like they had a missed double. Like she round off rebound.
She did?
Again,
where?
Going from the back left corner to the upper right corner. It was a group of 3.
Okay, so I didn't see that, but based off raw scores, that wouldn't be a deduction, right? My brain's like,
sure. No, I agree with you.
I think they'll still be their silver.
Agreed.
That was a beautiful routine. They looked happy after. And then help me out here. Do you have F5 as bronze or CJA Bombshells as bronze?
I know you had talked about this before. I have F5 as bronze. It could be because I am slightly biased because I'm friends with Taylor Hall. Shout out Jocelyn.
They'll be on here shortly, everyone. Pause.
Love
everyone.
That.
Yeah, Taylor Hall and Jocelyn Novak will be joining us this weekend to give us some behind the scenes. They're the first mother-daughter on a world's team. Taylor Hall was on F5. Her daughter is now on F5. This is unprecedented in the cheerleading industry. So I'm really excited to catch up with them. Back to F5. I have them in the bronze today.
I do as well. I think that CJA was crushing it, and they also demand that type of presence that Lady Jags does. That they have confidence. You can tell that they are extremely well trained. And to be honest, when I watch a CJA routine, I don't expect a mistake to happen. We know I
agree with that one. Yeah.
We know that Patty Ann is fierce. We know she demands excellence in her program.
That's right.
And I was very shocked to see that pyramid mishap happen. Very unlike them. Obviously, things happen. We are athletes.
I was bummed. I wasn't even shocked.
Very
bummed. I was really sad. And I have to say that again. That another gym you and I aren't affiliated with, and I was so bummed.
Absolutely. Well, and here's the cool thing about CJA is they I would argue, especially for people like you and I who have been watching cheerleading for so long, I forget about them. And I mean that with the utmost respect. I tend to think about, your cheer athletics, your Stingrays, your Top Gun, the people that have been around for a million years. But the
Mm-hmm.
reality is CJA has had incredible success in the state of New Jersey. And it seems that no matter what division they enter, they crush it. They totally crush it. I agree with you. I hate seeing people fall in finals. I don't care if you're my favorite
Thank
team
you.
or maybe it's
Yep.
or maybe
Yep.
it is world's finals and I want everybody to hit. I don't care who you are, I want everybody to hit.
That's right.
So I think it could be a toss up because their raw score was so high, but F5 hitting has absolutely, I'm like looking at my notes over here on the side. F5 hitting has definitely moved them up the ranks.
Yeah, and they didn't hit yesterday.
Right. Well, and they
They
came
hit
hard
their.
today.
That's right. I was like, they looked. I just don't see how, when it all plays out, how Bombshells could beat F5, unless there's two ways this can go, though, America. As we saw in media, we'll get to medium co-ed later. For those of you that are tuning in, don't forget, we will be breaking down all of medium co-ed. I have every single skill, every double up, every tumbling pass, and I have thoughts, comments, and you can imagine what else I have based on the medium co-ed rankings. So we will get to that. But yeah, I think it's going to be CJA in fourth.
Yep. It's Worlds is always such a shocker. And we talked about this some yesterday that everybody is good. So again, I started out, I was the second year of medium senior. The big teams in that division at that time were us and California Aces. Everybody else was pretty even par. But nowadays, this division, I would argue, is pretty similar to medium co-ed that it could be anybody.
That's right.
Everybody is pretty even keel. Again, like shout out to Lady Jags for crushing it. It could be anybody. You gotta hit. You gotta hit
That's
to give
why.
yourself that best shot.
And last year, I appreciated the teams that won were the teams that hit.
For sure. For sure. And for reference, this is how much the this division has grown. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my own team under the bus. When we competed at World's Finals in medium senior on Orange, we had 4 points in deductions, and we still won by 3 points. You can't do that anymore. You can't
Lady
do that
Jag-
anymore. And that's how
Lady
stacked we
Jags
were.
are they about to? Because their raw score yesterday in medium senior, their final score, I mean, their raw score is 3 point. There was 3 points higher than Bombshells, and they had 3 points in deductions yesterday. So
Work.
So then their raw score is 6 points ahead of Peach, and they both just hit. I'm not saying that's how it'll be, but we're just, Kat and I are going based solely off of yesterday's numbers, right? They were 6 points ahead of Peach yesterday, and they were 3 points ahead in raw of Bombshells. When all was said and done, they were still almost a full point ahead of Bombshells with coming into today. It's like 0.95 higher.
So they're annihilating everybody.
And the next team then after Bombshells is Peach with an 88.71 with 2 points in deductions. So Peach will be in the 90s. I'm gonna say Peach will probably be in the 90s today. Yeah, because they don't have any deductions, and I bet their Raw will go up. Lady Jags, their score will probably go up. Undoubtedly, they didn't have any deductions, so their score inevitably will go up. But their execution may have been as good or even better today than as it was yesterday.
And I was kind of talking to myself yesterday about what we saw from medium senior yesterday, and it is watching Lady Jags yesterday was outstanding. And I said to myself, can that get any better? And I would argue it did. I would argue it did.
I would agree with you. It did.
It's almost like you watch these teams on day one. This happens sometimes, that you watch these teams on day one that knock it out of the park. And it was almost like they got their good routine out for the weekend. And then day two, a little something happens and you're like, dang, if only that was day one. And today, Lady Jags were like, no, this is just what we're going to do. This is ours.
And that is what they did.
Period.
We are 2 hours out from medium senior awards. So this is good. In 30 minutes, surprise, surprise, I am going to live commentate and do an instant replay for Top Gun 00 and Cheer Athletics Wildcats, who will be going on in 25 minutes. Kat Haley, you're the best.
I love this. I could talk with you for hours. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I'm so proud of the people that I know that I'm watching from my screen that create this excellence. Shout out to Spirit of Texas A team. I know we had that mistake at the very end of the routine, but it was stunning up until then. It was just classic Spirit of Texas cheerleading.
I said the same thing.
It was so Spirit of Texas. So shout out Krista Godby. I love you so much. You're amazing
as well.
So good. Who else? Like I said, I'm looking at my notes here.
Again, I know also did great.
Well, and again, ATA has always been a strong gym, but over the past few years, they have decided we're going to take it up a notch. They're crushing it, levels 1 through 6. They are absolutely crushing it. And I know that yes. And I love an underdog. I do.
Don't we all?
I love an underdog.
And also my biggest shout out today is the injured athlete on Cheer Athletics Fierce Cats who win again. I don't care that she fell.
And was, with all due respect to everybody on the floor, because I am a lover of Fierce Cats, the best performer on the floor.
She walks to center and gives you all the choreo.
She is a Fierce Cat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period.
And I remember growing up and watching them in the gym, watching the Fierce Cats. And you're right, she is a Fierce Cat.
You will agree with this, that Fierce Cats was never the most stacked team in the gym, but they were going to outperform everybody every time.
Panthers, Wildcats, they would put Panthers and Wildcats to shame as far as performance. Fierce Cats, back in our day, Fierce Cats, they put TGLC to shame. I would say they were compared to the Shooting Stars as far as like that, where it's like you're watching more of not like a play, and not, I don't want to say it's a play where it's so performance based. It's so engaging because it's so performance based. And at this point, Fierce Cats and Shooting Stars have the difficulty. They did then, obviously Shooting Stars has won worlds so many times, but all that is that like some of these teams that their reputation is performing, it's so engaging. It's like they suck you in.
Fierce Cats, I still regret not having that pink shirt from 2008?
How fierce are you?
2009. How fierce are you? That was, I used to try to collect every True Athletic shirt on caproshop.com. So for me, like,
do you have the
shout
do you have
out.
the do you have the world famous World Champions Wildcats 2007 shirt that used to be on there
I
like forever?
That one, well, I since gotten rid of my shirts because I'm an adult and need space. I
No, put
know,
them
I
in the
know.
Cheer Analyst Museum.
But one of the most iconic shirts was the yellow World '09 shirt when they just flooded the place with yellow.
I love when they do
Okay, but
that.
like seriously, let's go back to Fierce Cat. So I so thoroughly enjoyed that routine yesterday. I know that they had a couple of mistakes yesterday. And again, they don't necessarily have the most numbers, but the way their music ties into their performance, it feels like the music almost gives me some old school vibes. And I'm
Oh,
I'm just into it from the triple hair whip in the dance. Nobody is doing it like them. Nobody. It's
the
everything.
Fierce Queens.
It is
I remember when
everything.
I went to Blue Debut, and I remember watching that hair whip, and I was like, this is going to be an iconic moment. And it was. And it has been.
Absolutely. Well, and here's the cool thing about Fierce Cats in a gym like True Athletics. Again, you have these super iconic teams. You have your Wildcats, you have your Panthers, you have your Cheetahs. Um, and despite the fact that Fierce Cats may not be the first team you think of when you think about True Athletics, that team is iconic in its own way. That
Oh, oh,
you
absolutely.
you know what you're going to get when you watch a Fierce Cat. And it doesn't matter if it's International Open or if it's medium senior, you're going to get the same product. And
That's right.
it's, it's fierce. There's no other word for it. It's fierce. Period.
Well, you're fierce. Where can all of our friends that are watching find you on the internet?
Um, Find me on Facebook, Cat Haley Cheerleading. Here
What's
we
Cat Haley
are.
Cheerleading?
Cat Haley Cheerleading specializes in something called the Cat Haley Method. I
Go
specialize in
on.
virtual flexibility. I specialize in virtual flexibility and making sure that your athletes are getting the best, safest training inside your home. Everything we do is research based, meaning it doesn't matter if you come with absolutely no flexibility, we will get you fixed up. And, um, we just try to rock it out, make sure that your kids get the best because they deserve the best. So come find us, Cat Haley Cheerleading at Facebook. Contact us, ask us about the Cat Haley method. We have gym programs. The more kids that sign up, the cheaper it costs for you. And we
What is?
need kick
Can
up
you go?
needles.
Can you tell us a little bit what the Cat Haley method entails, what it looks like, how it works? I am
Totally.
an athlete, and I so I am a mom, and I just got my daughter, my son, the Cat Haley method. What do we do now?
Perfect. So currently we offer three different series. Series
Okay.
one is achieving Series one is achieving your needle. Series two is for front body position. Series three is just a quick pre-stretch competition stretch. Series one and series two are 10-week programs. Everything is pre-recorded. It includes
10 and
flexibility
10.
as well as, yes, 10 and
Okay.
10. It includes flexibility videos as well as strength training videos. It also includes a lot of different checkpoints to make sure that you know you are on the right path. And everything is independent. So if you are a mom or a dad, you do not have to push your child's leg to the floor. We want everything to be safe and strength based. So, again, super easy to follow. Again, really, really good going into the summer. Really good time to work on this stuff to get you set up for the rest of the season. So, for those of you who have maybe done an online college course or even a beach body program, it is set up exactly like that. So very, very easy to follow.
Does Kat Haley Cheerleading offer one-on-one virtual coaching?
Yes, we do. So I no longer do that as private lessons, but I have an amazing staff. We have
Perfect.
jump training. We have jump training that will be coming this summer. But I have an amazing staff member that does virtual privates for those kids that want that communication-based lessons. So we have seen amazing results. Find us on Instagram, Kat Haley Cheerleading. We have some really, really awesome success stories of kids that want to work hard and be their best.
Like you.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you so much for coming to the proverbial Cheer Analyst studio and breaking down medium senior. This has been so much fun. This has been so much fun. We analyzed all of the cheerleading. And you can expect to see more. You can expect to see more of Kat Haley in 2025 as Cheer Analyst starts to do live commentary on more major events. You can look forward to that next year. More major events with more live commentary. Kat, you're the best. We will see you soon.
Love you so much.
We'll see you in 2025. I love you more. Everyone else, we will be back at 11:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Top Gun 00 and Cheer Athletics Wildcats. We will be right back.